Hello, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our live market update for Monday, November the 13th of 2017. I don't even know where I am. This is George Papazoff for Trade Pro Academy. Hope you've had a wonderful weekend. We got a great update here for you today. Today, we're going to talk about a few things: General Electric, the stock, and should you buy it, and some changes and updates are going at the moment that are causing it to be up in pre-market trading about 2.2%. The British pound, why it dropped over 1%. And OPEC releases their latest report and how that could impact the prices of oil. All right, so that's what we're going to discuss in full today. On the weekend, I managed to pick something up, and that's a cold, and that's okay. I'm going to beat it. One cold's not going to hold me down. So if you hear a voice change, it's not my microphone. I know the last few sessions, people said, "Man, get a new microphone." This is an expensive headset compared to headset prices. It works. It's good quality. I don't know. I got to find out why YouTube's rendering a little bit sloppy. When the people in the trading room actually hear it, they say it's fine. There wasn't a single audio issue. So it might be because I'm broadcasting the two sources. I got to look that up. Thanks for your patience. We'll get that resolved. I hope it's not choppy or robotic right now. Okay, I like how I sound as a robot. Tomorrow we won't have a morning market update. Before we jump into it, tomorrow I'll be traveling to California, and I'm excited for it because outside here right now it's murky, rainy, cloudy, and a little bit depressing. All right, and overall in the markets here in Asia, Japan's down 1.3%. Thank you, Donald. Down 1.3%. Hong Kong's up 0.2%, and China's up 0.5%. India's down 0.8%. So in Asian markets, we see a little bit of a mixed session. Donald Trump met with Philippine president over the weekend as well. The Philippine president's an interesting guy, from what I've heard. I don't know him personally, but he did say he killed somebody like 13 times in one interview. That was interesting for president. But I think he even said, if I did that before, if I stabbed them before, imagine now, or something like that. Anyways, I'm not going into that. It's a rant. In Europe at midday, London's up 0.1%, Paris is down 0.4%, and Frankfurt's down 0.5%. So you're starting to see a little bit of bearish tone come into the marketplace. Futures here in the United States, Dow Jones is down 0.2 of a percentage point, along with the S&P 500, which is now down 13.75 points. So 13.75 point drop in overnight trading on 212,000 contracts with S&P 500 futures. It's pretty significant. That's a pretty big move. And I'm starting to sense that the big money, or the institutional, the smart money, is rotating from buying dips to selling rallies. And be informed. This happened last week, and we're trading the downside. I think this week, we might have some more downside opportunity as we go through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. These first 3 days of the market, if we start to see it track lower and bears take control and volumes are high, look out below. We got a lot of sell stops to take out to the downside. All right, I'm talking about a pretty significant drop here, maybe 1.5 percentage point in a single day likely. So it's starting to get a little gnarly. Be very cautious. Look at selling rallies. It's right now lower risk. This short volatility trade, awfully crowded. I think people are going to squeeze out of that. And I've been saying that for months now. It's going to eventually happen. It takes a while for me to be proven right, but I always am. Just kidding. I don't like to be right. I like to be profitable. So yeah, anywho, I'm starting to sense a shift here to the downside. There's more smart money coming in larger volumes as prices drop than when they increase. And I think the only person buying right now is retail, because they've missed that entire rally. They're saying, oh, here's the dip. I didn't catch the last 3 million dips. I'm going to get this one, and it's going to work. And unfortunately, that's the one that doesn't work. All right. Crude oil is up 0.1 of a percentage point to 56.80. We'll talk about crude in a second. Gold's up 0.4% to 1279.10. Bitcoin's up 12% after being down almost 30% leading up to the session of the open last night. Bitcoin had a new technology they were supposed to implement, and they're not going to. And some of that money fled from Bitcoin to other cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin's very volatile. If you're trading, don't sell your house and everything you own just to put that into Bitcoin like someone else. Someone did do that. And as I looked at that, he actually did that. That announcement marked pretty much the top of Bitcoin before it dropped 30%. So it's sad. 10-year Treasury yield is down 2 basis points to 2.37%. On today's calendar, we got nothing. We got a big nothing burger. Other than 2 p.m., we got a Treasury budget in the United States. All right, let's talk about GE, General Electric. The CEO said he'll unveil a new plan, a new map today that's going to focus on their single most largest profitable 3 business lines. Single most profitable 3 business lines. That's got to work. So much for my English lessons when I was younger, hey? Now, I wasn't born in Canada, though, or North America. I am an immigrant, so So there you go. All right. General Electric CEO says he's going to focus on 3 business lines that generate the most profit: aviation, power, and healthcare. All right. And he said that accounts for about 58% of the revenues in 2016 for GE, stock symbol GE. And he says the plan stops short of a breakup or more radical restructuring. However, John Flannery, who's the CEO, said that he wants to exit most other operations. So he said, look, GE, we've spread our reach too far and wide. We've got to contract to focus on our core operations. 58% of our revenue comes from these 3 business lines. We're going to focus there. All right. And he says he's going to streamline corporate functions. And at the same time, he also said he's going to review the company's dividend. And GE, on that news that they're refocusing back on their significant or their main revenue lines, is up about 2.2% pre-market. Look out for that stock, because I think, if everything's weak and GE pops, I think GE is going to be a great selling opportunity. We said professional money selling rallies, nothing better than selling a 2.2% pop, a gap open, to bring that sucker right back down. So keep an eye out for it. I think it could be an interesting trade opportunity. The pound's down over 1% to 1.3064. Trading room guys will be trading the pound today. There's a lot of volatility in that currency. People always ask me, what do you trade? I say anything that moves. And honestly, that's the truth. Today, the pound's moving. We go to the pound 6 futures, which is 6 P. All right. On the CQG terminal, it's a different symbol because they like to do things different. It's BP6, British pound. All right. Why did it drop? There's been a report this weekend that 40 MPs agreed to sign a letter to have that they have no confidence in Theresa May, the current prime minister. That's important because if we get 8 more people to sign from the MPs, they could actually request a formal challenge to leadership, which could trigger a whole formal sequence of events that could ultimately lead to Theresa May not being prime minister anymore. All right, that's a long roadmap to get there, but it is possible. All right, the pound's advanced 6.4% so far this year in 2017, but still is down 12% since the Brexit vote in June of 2016. And I think I want to talk on this for a few seconds, if I may, because a lot of times we'll say, hey, you know what happened to Brexit? The economy's doing much better. It might be doing much better. The markets might have gone up, but the currency is still 12% lower. So that's a lasting impact. It's not like in the United States, North Korea threatens to bomb the U.S. It's down 15 points on the S&P, and it's back up to record highs that same day. This is a real sell-off and weakness that's been sustained. So look for that pound. We're going to be trading it today. I might start out the day looking for a quick fade to release some buy stops on that short trade, and then I'll look to start sitting or hitting rallies with the professional money as well a little bit later on in the morning. So that's kind of the plan. Any questions? I guess I wouldn't know if you have questions because they're behind me, but you can put them in the comment box. How's the audio, guys? Audio doing good? I'm going to assume it's doing good because nobody's complaining. OPEC releases their report yesterday, over the weekend rather, which was yesterday, that 150,000 barrels per day. Remember, this is 151,000 barrels per day drop in October crude output. So they're saying they're dropping this crude output in October. There's compliance to their production cuts. All good. Thanks, Donna. There's drop to their production cuts. There's compliance with it. So here's the interesting part about that. I also read a report that Saudi Arabia is hiding 77 million barrels of oil to make output seem lower. And in fact, Saudi Arabia increased their output by a small amount, but they increased it throughout the production cut period. So that's an interesting stat. All right, demand for next year's increase went up by 400,000 barrels per day. The cartel now expects global demand growth to rise by 1.53 million barrels a day in 2018. All right, so we're expecting a growth demand. They're saying we're expecting a production cut on November 30th. Can't talk today. Sorry, guys. I'm not feeling the best. November 30th, we're getting a meeting here from OPEC producer nations and non-OPEC, and they're going to talk about extending the production cuts from March to the end of 2018. So how convenient that they're starting to jawbone this thing higher, right? I get a little skeptical. When an organization that's called a cartel moves together in unison and stands to benefit and profit from an increase in price of something, I'm going to go ahead and assume they're not as transparent as they need to be, and they would prefer to say whatever it takes to get the price up than to be honest. Seriously, I'm just going to assume that, and not because I'm some kind of dark and evil person. I know what OPEC's all about. I wasn't born yesterday, and I haven't been trading for 6 months. I've been in this game for over 12 years, so I know how it goes. That's what's happening on November 30th. Saudi Arabia and Russia, who have led the cut talks previously, have both indicated they want to get back to the drawing board and cut more and extend it at the very least to the end of 2018. All right. On that news, oil's trading just 8 cents higher this morning. So oil's not even falling for this anymore. Saying, yeah, you know what? I got other things on my mind. Thanks for the report, but no thanks. So watch oil today. Watch General Electric. S&P 500 futures look to be weak on the open. Let's see if that weakness continues. I want to take a moment to invite you guys to come out to our trading room. If you like these morning market updates, we do this times 10 inside of our trading room, and we actually do trade setups as well. We'll talk about the trades, show the entries, the stops. It's a live trading room and analysis as well. So it's a great tool to help you stay on the right side of the market and help you stay profitable as well. All right, guys, you have yourselves a phenomenal day. Oh, yeah, that's right. Mark just texted me. He said he's getting settled for the day. Today's the day where people who work at a bank in Canada have the day off and they could trade the market because of Remembrance Day here in Canada. So just be careful to those traders, because if you're not used to how this beast moves and you try to tame it, it might be problems. But good luck to everybody out there. All right, guys, trade careful, trade wise. End of the day, if you just promise to do one thing, I know disaster won't happen. Just manage your risk. Focus on managing risk. Profits will come as a result. See you guys in the trading room or for next morning market update, which would likely be on Wednesday. I'm not doing one tomorrow. I'm heading out to California, and I'm going to pick up a bottle of spray tan before I go because I'm a little pasty. Actually, I'm not. I'm not that pasty. I've been traveling a lot this year, and I have a nice base tan. It's going to be better when I come back. Oh, you guys wait. Patent the chair spin in 3, 2, 1. See you guys tomorrow. Bye. Or Wednesday. Bye. All right, trade pros. Let's set up this. Let's open the trading room, set up the levels, and get cracking. Let me just turn off the YouTube.